Hello and welcome back to Canadian Vintage, to our final episode of Canadian Vintage. As we drive through the fog for a final time, we're basically doing a bit of a tour around the farm to just kind of look at everything that we did over the course of the past 150 so episodes, as well as one final big job with some new kit that I've decided we deserve to buy. It might not be 1000% vintage, but you'll see very shortly. But here we are at the cow farm, our dairy farm that we've basically brought up from nothing. This whole area was, of course, at one time one big field, but it is now a lovely and very flourishing cow farm. As you can see, we've got 232 animals, and they've been producing like mad. And I thought it was also appropriate to end in January. As you can see, we are now in January. We did end the last episode in October, I believe, but here we are in January. I thought having the snow on the ground was a great way to see off a Canadian series. Also on this farm we did have the pigs here as well. They are always looking so happy, rolling around in the mud and the muck and all, and I'm very pleased that we did end up getting them at eventually, because I wasn't sure if we were going to, but we eventually did. The BGA as well we added in kind of late on as well to produce the manure into digestate. We never really touched the slurry, meaning we have a massive collection of slurry. It's actually full of slurry, so we really need to get that sold to the next farmer that takes over the farm. We got the big TMR mixer and the fermenting silo. All of those two items were pivotal for the lifespan of these cows, because without those two things we would have had a very, very hard time with that indeed, as far as getting them to produce milk and survive. And of course with the milk we made loads and loads of baked goods, which we will head down to the production yard shortly and look what we did over there as well. But yes, we did end up getting these two massive tractors towards the end of all things as well to help with the harvest, which was very impressive, that corn harvest off, I do say so myself. These Quonset huts as well were a really nice addition. They added a lot of extra storage to the farm, as far as storing everything from harvesters to foragers to trailers and all. And then our little garage here, which we didn't use all that much to be fair, but we did for a time. And then this lovely Quonset hut with this storage. This was a really nice storage to have as well. But yeah, this Quonset hut was wicked. It was really just the home of the big bud and the case drill, which was a really nice addition to the farm as well, as far as helping get a lot of different crops drilled into the ground. Grain for the mill, for the pigs and all that as well. And then the distance there, you can just make out our three gleaners sitting proudly in the field after a magnificent corn harvest. They should really be brought and put away, but nevertheless we'll worry about that in another lifetime. And of course the fields, all these fields. So we did turn this whole field here into this massive yard and farm, and then we did have this field here next to us here, which we didn't actually do much with aside from farm it, of course. And then the one beyond, the big one, whoa, and the train as well makes an appearance for a final time, which is quite lovely to see. Always a fan of the train. But yes, the massive field there in the distance that the gleaners are in was incredible. Got two harvests out of it, 17-hectare field. First was oat, which was already in, and then we did plant in some corn and do a massive 300-litre corn harvest from that, which was pretty impressive. Over here now, I did add these Quonset huts at the very end, because we ran out of room, frankly, as what it was for storage. We had those two big tractors purchased, and we needed somewhere to store them. And then here as well we had our lovely bins. I was very pleased to place these here. That worked out amazing to have these placed here, and of course our auger to get crops in and out. And that's this farm. So that was a really nice area. I really liked what came of this particular farm area. I bought that field with the intention of putting a cow barn there, but I didn't expect it to turn into such a massive space and a massively successful dairy operation, but it did. And we'll just mosey through this area for the very last time as well. I really do like this little sort of forestry path going through. It seems the neighbours have been busy with their cotton. They've got cotton bales in the field. Oh, and in the trees as well. They're one way to store it, I suppose. Luckily, that's not our forest. Anyways, we did also end up buying that house right ahead of us there with the Canadian flag in it. We did have that. That's been our house for quite some time now as well. And yeah, it was oh, there's a collision down there. Yeah, they're madheads around here, the way they drive. Absolutely mental. Absolutely mental. Right, but let's go see where it all started. Right here. So, this was where things began. We had a small house here on our left, which was eventually replaced by the chickens, as you can see here. They've been the most consistent animals, I would probably say, on the farm as far as producing things and just, you know, being alive, I suppose. The first animals we got, were they not? Aside from the cows, of course. But then, probably my favourites, we did get the goats, and I was really pleased to replace the cow barn here, move it over to the other area, and then put in the goat pasture here, which these goats have been nothing short of adventurous. They learned how to fly. They learned how to, I don't even know what else. They're just magical goats. Magical animals in general. But yeah, this was our little farm. And I did keep most of the original farm because I thought, why not? The shed was a bit decrepit, but it hadn't fallen over, so why get rid of it? And this shed as well was nice. Little storage for a few things as we had in our early days, of course. And these fields, well, this was one field, I believe, in the beginning. We did have our very first silage pit just at the top of the hill there when we had this as one grass field, and then we turned it into two fields so I could put a path in so that because we ended up buying the field up here as well, and I wanted to be able to access it without going through the field. And we turned it into two separate fields, especially in the early days when we had just a tiny little combine harvester. But then we eventually did upgrade, and as you can see, some massive upgrades with the Ford tractor here, as well as the Massey Ferguson mower, which was amazing, conditioning mower, and yeah, really cool bit of kit there. And I'm very pleased that we made the transition from grass to alfalfa. It's just a beautiful looking crop right now. Obviously with winter it's not at its full beauty, but it is looking very lovely nevertheless. Very lush indeed. Right, we never actually did use the digestate that we stored here, but that's absolutely fine. I'm sure it will be used, as I say, in another life. Right, we'll just mosey down this way to our production yard where we will wrap things up. Oh my word, collision. Okay, got to exchange information. Sorry. That's how you do it in Canada. That's all you have to do. You just say sorry and then it's fine. Here, I'm going to... No. Excuse me. Pardon me. Right, I guess that's it then. Yeah, sorted. Any damage? Nope, none at all. Beautiful. Right, we did gotta have a bit of faff, right, in the last episode, of course. We did own this field at one point as well. Really nice field, this. Really high yielding, but I was always on the fence about selling it because those trees took up a lot more space than I wanted it to, and the value for the field wasn't always there, unfortunately, but we did eventually sell it when we bought a bigger field down by the cow farm. And then finally, we did have this area as one field before, and there were trees here, but we ended up putting a massive mill here, a nice grain mill, and then a bit of a production yard, which you can see has new additions to it. I did spend a bit of that money. It really wasn't very much, probably maybe 300,000-400,000 total that we ended up spending on this kit, but we did end up getting some dried corn transport. So I have made the upgrade to these two Peterbilt lorries with massive horsepower in them, and these trailers that are brand new for the late 90s, let's say. Say no more. Right, I think the first thing we should do though is get them opened so that we can get them filled with the dried corn to sell, because now is the time. Oh yes, 265,000 litres of dried corn. It will fill very quickly, and we do have two loads that need to be taken, I think, because these hold. So we've got 20,000 there, got another maybe 20,000 here, and then in the back as well. I think total is about 80,000 litres, which is pretty fantastic, I would say, and it fills up incredibly quickly. And the reason as well that we needed such a massive trailer, or truck, sorry, was because these trailers are not light with 80,000 litres. So absolutely needed that. And we'll get the final trailer also filled, the final hopper. I should say it might be a bit farther away now. That's problematic. Got to get a bit closer there. Just a bit. I don't know if we actually can from this angle. Might be testing our luck here. As I said, you've got to have a bit of faff at the very end. Yeah. Oh, yeah, there we go. Got it. Nice. Very good. Alright, so we'll get that last one in, and then we'll get the other one filled up, and we can take the load down to sell. I don't know exactly where to go, but we're going to go... It doesn't really matter, because we're going to just sell it wherever we can. Which will probably be... you know what? I'm going to take over the road here a bit. I will just move it out of the way, though. Not the whole road. There we go. We'll do one final selling session as well to get ourselves all set up. But yeah, this is quite the operation. Imagine if we... Sorry, I'm just in the middle of the road here trying to do my Canadian vintage documentary. Anyways, yeah, this is quite the setup here. Imagine if we had this for the corn harvest. It would have been over in seconds, but we had to make it as difficult as possible, as you would expect. Alright, so let's get as close as we can here with these massive lorries. They are, I think it's over 1,000 horsepower, the engine in here, which is pretty amazing. So we'll start with that. We'll get that loaded up. We'll go over here. We'll open this. Excellent. And with the help of Follow Me, we will be able to get both of these trucks down to the co-op relatively easily. And I think we should be able to get away with one load in return. Meaning we only have to come back one more time to sell the remaining corn, dried corn. Again, it's not going to be for the best price, but that's okay. Actually, wait, hang on a minute. We'll see how much is left when we're done here, because we do have one trailer there and we've got that, so we could do it in one go, possibly. But let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's not get carried away. Okay, another 20,000. So we should have, here, we'll just check it manually. Oh, not quite. 104,000. So what if we fill this fella up? Get him to follow as well. We do have the other trailer there too, so that would be nearly a full load between these ones. But not quite enough, I don't think. But as I said, I wanted to do at least one more big... Hey, you know what? We're just going to be a bit cheeky and go this way. Should be alright. I don't know why that bus has stopped. Got lots of room, mate. Heaps of room. For all the tight maneuvering that some of these the traffic does on this map, I'm surprised that, you know, a thing being actually physically off the road, you know, causes an issue. You know what? We might as well go full out. We might as well do it all, as much as we can. Can this thing be converted? I don't know. Maybe we should see, because then that would be quite interesting as well if it can be. I don't think it can. Let's have a very, very quick look, though. No, that's not boxes. I think it's just the flatbed, isn't it? Yeah. That's alright. Not a problem. But we will try and get this loaded as well. I should probably get that opened. Excellent. Well, we know no cars will be coming this way. And then when we come back, we might only have to come back for a little bit. Or just not come back at all, to be honest. We'll find out here in a moment. There we go. Oh, yeah, the brakes on that are not that good at all. But that's fine. Right, how much left? 76. Yeah. You know what? We might even just call it a day on that and just see if we can get it all in one. Then that's fine. But if not, it's also fine. As I said, I just wanted it to be an exciting venture take. If we can get it all down in one, that would be amazing, though. That would be very, very nice. But we won't. 37 remaining. What does this hold? 38? Go on then. I'm going to go and buy one more trailer and one more truck. We'll just nip down. Actually, we'll nip down to the shop in here. And we'll get one more truck, one more trailer. And then we'll get it all in one load. Alright, we'll fill up the second hopper here as well. And it'll be literally just enough to nearly fill it 100% full. And now look at this convoy we have here. It is amazing. It is so good. So, so good. Right, there we go. Okay, let's get that. Following them. Probably do it in 10. Yeah, 15 just in case. Alright, we're all set. Okay, we'll get these closed as well. Just as we are... Oh, maybe not. There we go. We got one closed. This one closed. Hello there, mate. Get this one closed. Sometimes it's on the back. There we go. Folding flat. Right, mate. Can be any closer there. Yeah, alright. This one here, we'll go around this way. Hey, right, love. There we go. Closed. Closed. Get the final one that I'll be driving in. I guess I could have even had the bandit and just had them all follow. There we go, closed and closed, and as you can see as well, the license plate, Canada. Let's roll out. Look at that. Now that is exciting. That's amazing. All right, well, let's mosey on down. See how things go, though. Incredible. Everyone's following just fine. Hopefully there's no collisions along the way. Yeah, this is actually a really nice lorry, and look at the power in it as well. It's like it's not even... Oh, we should be careful here. We don't need to cause a ruckus. Oh, listen to that as well. Sounds great. Oh, yes. Uh-oh. Why are the other trucks going so slow? I think it's because they're very heavy for them, actually. I should have probably purchased two more of these. But even all of that, look, we bought... I just bought like 3 different trucks and 4 different trailers or something like that. And we're only at... we've only lost about 400 or 500,000, which is a lot, but it's not a lot at the same time. Yeah, they're coming along. We've got a bit of a hill here to contend with now, but should be all right. Look at that. The whole crew has come out to help. All the neighbours. I think we had neighbour Willie, neighbour Emily, all... Uh-oh. Somebody's had a collision. I can see it already. Oh dear. Oh my. Oh, they've left. They've abandoned their post. Oh no, they've slid. They've slid into the guardrail. That's what's happened there. It is a bit slick out, let's be completely honest. Let's see if this lad will also slide. Please don't, please don't, please don't, please don't. Yep, did the exact same bloody thing. It's alright. That will be the last of its of that journey then for him. He's immediately sacked. Ah, bloody Henry. Alright, let's rectify that fella there. Then we'll be on our way. Good thing all the traffic has stayed away. Maybe they had a weather warning or something. Fantastic. We are good to go. Everyone's back in line. And we're off again. I think. Yep, everyone's following. Alright, let's make our way. We are nearly there as well. The co-op is just within view there to the right. So I thought, we won't do a cheeky time lapse. We'll just do a nice cheeky drive through the Sudbury countryside here, Ontario countryside, I suppose, as we say see ya to Sudbury and all. A final journey to the co-op. Oh, this is going to be problematic here. Oh, I was going to say, hopefully there's no bloody train. But actually, you know what? How picturesque. How appropriate is that we get a train right at the end. Lovely. Uh-oh, we've lost. No, we haven't. Henry's still coming. Brilliant. Oh my god, please stop. Oh, wow, that was a terrible collision. Oh no, it's going to happen again. Close your eyes. Oh my god. Absolute lunatics. Oh my word. You know, there's no awareness, eh? They just slide right into each other. What a bloody mess that was. Right, we'll take this nice and wide as well. Very wide turn here. And very slow. So that we don't have any more collisions amongst ourselves. I've just bought these as well. Bloody shame. Right, well, we've made it to the Sudbury Co-op at least. We'll probably go to the... I guess it doesn't really matter. We'll just go to this one here straight ahead. Don't want to cause any issues. Well, any more issues. Uh-oh, we've lost some. That's fine. We can at least get the dried corn sold. There we go. Now, who have we lost? Ah, right. No matter. It's going to take a minute. You can see the money going up as well. This might actually pay for all the trucks we bought. Just have a straight across sort of bit of business there. Might as well just line these up ourselves at this point, considering how close we are. Now I've noticed as well that these lorries that we've got, or the new trailers that we've got, have 4 hoppers. Not just 2, but 4 of them. So... yeah, there we go. That's the front one there as well. And where is... ah, here we are. What a mess. But as I said, I wanted to at least get the... oh, what's happening? What are we stuck on here? Ah, invisibility. Invisibility and deception. Well, that, at least... could you imagine if we had to do that in more than one run? That would be an absolute mess. Right, so we can now remove this one, go to the back trailer, and get the whole process done again. It will be kind of interesting at least to see how much money we get from all of this, even if it's not for it, you know, even if we're not doing anything with it, we're just making the money, right? Just as a nice little farewell to the series. And at this point, we might as well get it done. But look at that! What an operation that is! Absolutely amazing. That in itself deserves a bit of a better view, doesn't it? Look at that! It's impressive. It really is impressive. Right, now that that's done, let's get this one out the way. Get that one fired up, and we'll move this properly out of the way. Neighbour William, thank you for your help, mate. Just get him parked up over here. Get neighbour Willie underway. Appreciate your gesture there, Willie. Right, well, as this is all kind of happening, what did you think to the series? I mean, as I say, it's been going on for a long time. And you know, it's been an entertaining one, I'll be honest, and definitely way out of my sort of, not comfort zone, I guess, but kind of, in the sense that I don't normally do massive scale farming like this. This was definitely the biggest scale farming operation I have ever done in a series on Farming Simulator. specifically a series that I've recorded and posted. I have done one. There was one time where I did a multiplayer server many moons ago with a massive, X64 map or whatever it was, and that was huge as well. But as far as what I normally do in this instance, this is way out of my normal. So I can promise you that the next series, maybe more, will be much more small scale, back to my original farming simulator roots. But this was a good venture. This was something exciting to sort of try, and I'm very pleased that I did. But yeah, I'm curious as a sort of a final question, what kind of farming do you usually like to do yourself? Do you prefer to do the big scale stuff? Do you prefer the small scale? When it comes to your big fields, do you tend to do the massive harvest like I've done with the corn? I mean, some people do that on the regular. For me, that was like an absolutely huge operation, you know what I mean? So yeah, nice to have been able to get it done. But and we did. In the end, we did get it done. Happy days. Alright, we are nearly done here as well. I might bring the other one over to the other co-op just so we can get that done and dusted. And get these lined up for a future venture. Yeah, this one here might also be one that we can sell to, so we'll just get it brought here. We're over 3 million again, so yeah, really in the money for certain. Okay, get this one lined up. There we go. Got these ones shut down, and then it's just the final 2 to go. And then we are done. It's been a journey, I'll tell you that much. It's been an absolute journey. There we go, I think that's it. I think with this one being done now. Oh, and this one's all done as well. So we'll go park all the lorries up together so we can get a nice little picture of them all together. Maybe not a picture I take, but just a picture of seeing them together is enough for me. And I do like that Kenworth, but I think as far as like the actual loading of the lorries and all that we did, I think this was probably the my favorite setup was these ones here with the, because again, normally I'll use a grain truck like that, but these ones, it's very rare that I'll use these in my series as well, just because of how they are, really. There we go. Oh, all right. We don't want to exclude the poor grain truck. It's been good. It's been very good. We'll get it on the side here as our final positioning, and then we'll say farewell to Sudbury. It's kind of hidden away there, but there we go. Look at that. What an operation we've got there. That is quite the operation indeed. Well, that does do it for the end of the series. Again, I'd love to hear your feedback. What did you think? Would you want to see this scale of farming again on this channel? Again, it's completely out of my sort of realm of what I'm used to doing, but it's been a good, different thing. Do you know what I mean? It's good to do different things from time to time, so I'm glad to have given it a go. But that does do it for the end of this episode and the end of the series. So for a final time, we will say a farewell and a see you later to Sudbury, and I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have enjoyed the episode, a cheeky thumbs up really does help out the channel. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. So until the next one, please do take care, and bye for now.